companies in cahoots. Man, Neuralinks. See, all those things that I mentioned, they're all part of that basis. So they all have that metapod and the forehead situation going on.
Yeah, because people that have that, man, they're the ones that are getting sick, though. People that they don't take it, they're not even getting sick.
Yeah.
It's the people, because I know just this was my family, the ones that took it, they're sick again. This time again.
Yeah. And everybody and their mama is understanding that if you took that vaccine, you're still going to get sick. Because my wife was like, and had to test again, but when she told me, when they test me, I just go around the rim of my nose. They don't even say shit. So, she knows. But she's also telling me that teachers are getting sick that had the vaccine.
Oh, shit. So it's not just me speaking from perspective, it's happening everywhere.
Like the lesson today is about who are the servants and what are we going to say. So if those things that we say don't happen, that's not what Yahweh said, but Yahweh said that you're going to get sick by taking it. And man, that's, how much more prophecy? Well, you need a whole lot of prophecy because you're thick in the skull. But how much more prophecy do you need to happen before you start to understand and get scared? Because look at the name Yahweh. Yahweh means He exists. He's real. He's a real deal. So let's Matthew 6 and 10. And then can you have Psalm 96 and 13? And then the time just changed to 4:44. See, I didn't try to make this lesson that long. Look at how many scriptures there are. Look at how many scriptures. That's just the spirit. Yeah. I try really. I think that the more we get into it, the more you're going to speak about, the more interesting your lessons are going to be as you grow. Because it's like going to a martial arts camp or academy. When you were in judo, the whole point of it was to try to advance, try to get better than you were yesterday. So if we're getting good, hey, that shows you that we're sincere, not because we're getting good at prophesying, but because the spirit is working. Yesterday I did like 4 videos, and I was just like watching TV, and then all of a sudden I get up and I can't let this slip out of my mind.
That's how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works. And look at these are all the blank pages, and these are all the lessons. And this is not the only book I have. I have another one.
It's better to the song.
Yeah. Look at that. So we're not. Come on, man. We're dead serious about this. We're dead serious about this. Let's go to Matthew 6 and 10.
Matthew 6 and 10. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
Actually, read the whole prayer. 10 and 13.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever.
Be true. So there's a clue in saying, keep us from temptation. That temptation is the mark of the beast. And the time that's come is Jacob's trouble. And the mark. See, there's a whole bunch of things happening. It's like we're building a cake, and it's that show that you build cakes to see who builds the best cake.
Oh yeah.
Right now we're frosting. Time's running out, and we're frosting. What tastes best about the cake? The frosting, right? It's like, ooh,
that's the first thing
you bite into. It sucks at this time, but that's the first thing you got to bite into to come into the truth. It's the fact that you have to pray when bad things happen, because you're so used to trying to figure things out physically, and you're never going to figure it out. Let's get Psalm 96 and 13.
Psalm 96 and 13. Before the Most High, for he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness, and the people with his truth.
So that's what we're out here doing. He's going to judge the world with righteousness. So we're his prophets out here telling you this, and all these things are gonna have to pass. You know, he is coming to judge the world, and if you don't believe it, it's not just fine, but you're gonna witness it. You're gonna see it, and you're gonna live through it. Because how bad is it gonna be when you can't buy your baby milk? You're gonna have to stop using diapers. Babies at 6 months old, you know, they need their diapers because they be shitting all the time. But babies are gonna be bare ass. Women, those women that have multiple baby daddies, it's gonna be bad for you. It's gonna be real bad for you. And I don't want to lie to you and say you can repent, but you should give it a try. I don't know if you can having that many fucking baby daddies. That's what, just for a paycheck. And then all the wickedness that's coming on the planet is gonna stop because it's the time. You know, it's those times. It has to end. You know, so that was my lesson on who is the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Hope it was edifying. I'm gonna do it for brother or Calvin. Brother Amawon's gonna tell you his lesson.
Man, I seen yesterday I saw an article that they cut at the gates of hell. So let me read a little bit about it. It's called, they call it Darwaza, which literally means gate. And this place is in Turkmenistan, which is 250 habitats located in the middle of the Karakum Desert, north of Ashgabat. So it's the Darwaza, and it's a rich natural gas. So what they were doing was they were drilling in 1971. So I guess the geologists tapped into a cavern, which cavern is like caves are underneath them, you know. So they were trying to drill and get oil though, but they happened to come across dig into a cavern, so it sinked in and it left a large hole, 70 meters. That's pretty big.
Damn.
And the fire may originated from local Soviet decision to avoid poisonous gas discharge. So what they did was they burned it up though, and ever since it's been on fire. You know, and eventually these devils, what they did was they made it to a tourist place so people could pay and watch. And literally, it's like this big circle on fire though. So they literally call it the gates of hell. And a little bit of more of it.
So they're making money on their fuck ups.
Yeah, pretty much.
We can't make money on our fuck ups. Only they can, right?
Yeah. So because they lit it up though, and they didn't think it was gonna stay on fire, but it actually did though. So you're like, you know what? Like brother said, they fucked up. We're like, well, you know what? Let's make some money out of this. And call it the gates of hell. So yeah, it says although the crater has become a tourist attraction, and it's he asked the cabinet to find a way to close the proverbial gates according to the state newspaper. So now they want to say, came out newspaper say they want to close it to the people because it could be dangerous. But all this time since what? It said 1971, it became a tourist attraction where people could pay and see this.
It's almost 50 years.
Yeah, a long time though. And they said it's, because I guess their villages are almost kind of close by to it. So now they say it's dangerous to them though. It took all this time
to just figure that out.
Oh, you know what? Never mind though. Maybe, and I believe it's because people stop paying to just go over there because they don't want to go watch it, see it no more. So they probably just don't want to see it. So they call it the gates of hell. And today I want to speak about hell. What these Christians talk about hell is there's a thing called hell that if you're bad, if you die, your spirit goes down and you're tormented by the devil and his pitchfork and chains and walking around. But I'm here to talk about that's not true, because there's no such thing as hell. There is underworld hell. There's a hell as a condition, and there's a hell the grave though, you know. So that's what I want to speak upon though, because a lot of people, even our people too, man, they believe there's a thing called hell. That if you're bad, you go there, but if you're good, you go to heaven. But the thing of the matter is, how is it that you could be all so-called good, but you're not going based on the Bible though? You're just going based on your thing, like, oh, I'm doing good, at least I'm not out there, but you're not going based on the Bible, the commandments though. And they believe that Satan, is red with the horns, and I mean, there's a Satan called Esau, but the thing that matters, they're talking about Satan with the pitchfork and that. Bible Chuck, can you get Job 2 and 1, and can you get Psalms 139 verse 8? So that's what they believe, man. They like to believe that there's an underworld and Satan's there waiting for them if they're bad, but that's not the case.
It's Job 2 and 1. One day the members of the heavenly court.
This is a good one right here.
It says, again, there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present himself.
He said sons of the Most High, right? So that's speaking of the saying too. Keep going.
There was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before Yahweh Shai, and Satan came also among them to present himself before Yahweh Shai.
Can you read the next one?
And Yahweh Shai said unto Satan, from whence camest thou? And Satan answered, and he said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
Earth. See?
Oh man.
Talking about the earth though. They didn't talk about no hell, underworld place though. They're talking about earth though. They going back, walking back and forth from the earth though. Which earth right here, as like I said, hell is a condition though. So how is it that he's gonna go talk to to the Most High though, and the Most High is telling him to do so the things though. He's listening to the Most High.
I got this.
Go.
This is Matthew 10 and 40. For as Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. Which shows you, and I put what is hell in my Google. It took me to that. So even Google knows, man. Even Google knows. I don't want to go to hell when I die. You're not. Don't worry about it.
See?
Is that the one where it says the valley of hell?
Yeah. Well, that would be in Jonas.
Okay, fine. Yeah. That's when it's inside the big fish. You see, so Satan, he was coming back forth on the earth though. And they say he was the Most High asked him, where you got been.
Maybe he was like inside the core.
Oh, I was in hell kicking,
The more you go in there, the more hotter it gets. But I mean, it's not the flames that you think of that are tormenting the evil spirit.
That's why they say, they go down there to hell, because the middle of the earth is, where it's burnt.
Remember we used to watch cartoons?
Where it's lava and shit.
And then somebody would dig on the ground, and they would go all so deep that they would go into hell, and then they would go even further and go to China.
China, yeah.
That's what I told this brother earlier. If hell's down there, keep going down, and it's the sky. Because you keep going past the earth, and it's the sky again. That's all it is.
But people don't understand. People want to be fooled. They like going to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Paying $50 for a ticket.
That's what Christians want to, make people feel like the good feels, It's many precepts when it talks about Yahweh Shema Shai, how he's going to come, though, So that's the thing, man. There's no such thing. Can you get Psalms 139?
This is Psalms 139 and 8. If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there.
Exactly. So we're talking about if you're in a bad situation, the Most High will lift you up out of it, though. A condition, though. So let's say you're in a bad condition, though, and you pray, to Yahweh Shem Shai, he'll get you out of that condition, though. So, you're in hell, in the underworld, and he's going to bring you up, though. But he said, live it though. You live it though, because like I said, if you're having a hell condition, you're in the darkness, man. That's why when things, when these jakes or go to jail or they go to prison, they be like, man, I'm living in hell. It's because you're in darkness. You're doing foul things though. But being in the truth though, the light, you're in the light. The conditions ain't so much hell like that. We do catch hell though, but it's not as hell as these jakes do though. They're the ones getting shot up, going to prison. Child support is after them. They owe $5,000-$10,000 to their baby mama. They gotta go to court. That's hell right there.
That's real hell.
Yeah, that's they're catching. Like we catch hell, but they're catching like where it's like, man, this is hell, man. How do you get out of here?
Yeah, because I just want to say this. At my work, I had to do a water heater for this family, and this guy was living in his mom's garage because of child support.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, I was done paying child support in California, sent those kids back to their mama, and then that bitch got me for child support in Arizona.
Holy shit.
So he has to, man, and I was getting mad too. He was telling me, and I was working. I don't mind when Jake's talking to me, or even anybody. But I'm working, and I'm like, man, see, that's hell.
Yeah.
See what they do to you? They
got you living in your mama's basement.
That's fucked up, huh?
Yeah.
How you gonna be having a nice job, getting paid $30, $40 an hour, and you can't afford to live in your own place? You gotta live in your mama's garage.
Yeah. And these devils, use your social. They know you're working at a job though, and they take it out of your paycheck because you owe that money to this demon though. That she's gonna spend the money on herself, probably 5% of that check to their kid. You telling me that ain't hell? Some Jake stay with the baby mama, so they don't even have to go through that. And their baby mom may be crazy or cheating on them and doing all these type of foul things though, but at the same time they're like, man, I don't want to leave her because she's gonna get me on child support. That's fun. And then he's in the same household as she is, and he's catching hell, man. That's hell right there. Hell, So that's the thing about it though, man. So when he said the Most High will lift you up out of a condition where you're going through hell though, because like you said, the Jakes, man, they walk in darkness, man. They're the ones that have to go through hell. Imagine the guy that in LA, man, they're all about sense though, man. They can't even walk down the street to a gas station because that's the rivals'
territory.
Yeah. You see, so the thing is, like, man, I can't even go over there. I gotta keep looking. Man, imagine though. And you see in Fresno too, man, it's a lot of gang activity and a bunch of things, man. People getting. They actually found a body of a woman in the canal by Huron not too long ago. I think it was a couple days ago. It was a Jake that killed his baby mama, wife though, and threw her ass out. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of bad things happening though. Oh yeah.
This is Ecclesiasticus 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Most High, So whatever happened to that woman, I mean, that was judgment.
And we're sorry to hear that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's judgment.
That's judgment. That's who knows what she. The Most High put that spirit in that Jake though to do what he had to do.
Yes, sir.
So who knows what she did to him, or who knows anything? You know what I mean? But all I know is when they found her, that was judgment.
Sure.
Who perished to die innocent? They say, a young lady. Now you hear shit about that in articles and things that matter though. But the real conclusion is like, what did she really do?
What did she really do?
Yeah.
To make that man so fucking mad.
To kill her.
And
throw a number in, like.
And he had to think, they're gonna eventually catch me. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I hate her so much.
Yeah.
She's putting me through so much hell. I'm gonna just kill this bitch.
Yeah.
That must have been one powerful fucking demon on there.
Yeah. But who sent it to him?
Powerful vengeance spirits.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's what I'm saying though. Can you get Psalm 16, 9, 10? And can you get Wisdom of Solomon 16, 12 through 14? Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. We're in hell though. We catch hell. All these things happen to us though. Especially people here on this chart right here. That's why we go through things no matter what, man. If Esau, man, the kids though, they have it easy though, man. They don't have to fucking worry about any of the, because we have the curses on us though, man. And, what does it say? Blessed who does the will of the Most High, and then curse if you don't do the will of the Most High. You know, it's just that simple though. But see, that's the thing about it though. How are you gonna be intrigued to this truth though if you don't even know you're an Israelite though? We didn't know we were Israelites. We didn't even know we were Israelites. We always thought that we were just Mexicans and that's it. And they call us wetbacks and spics. That's, you know what I mean? And you know, it's funny because Edo might be like, man, get the fuck out of this state. Get the fuck out of this country. It's like, you do know you live at a state called California, which is a Spanish word, telling us to leave and shit, but you live in a state called California.
And then they feel stupid when they hear that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they want to argue even more because they got confounded. Oh, what are they now?
Yeah. So it's like you can track it in the main cities of California are Spanish.
There's a city called Manteca, Los
Sacramento,
Baños, Sacramento,
San
San
Diego,
Francisco,
San Jose,
Los Ángeles, Monterrey, San Diego,
yeah, exactly. San Luis Obispo,
San Luis,
Santa Clarita, Monica. Like these are all Spanish though. Those are the main cities though. We haven't even touched upon the little towns though. So imagine though, eating my time, get the fuck out, you know. But that's what I'll tell you. It goes back to having the curses though, man. We lived in this land before, and we got pretty much kicked out. Then we're coming back to our own land though. You know, with California, Nevada, Colorado, Texas. There's a fucking New Mexico. You know,
oh yeah,
come on though, they kicked us out though, and we're coming back to what was ours though, and that's why it's spiritual because it's the truth. We're coming back to we are the Israelites though, and this judgment over there, believe. So, so that's the thing. We're coming back. We came back to our realization that we were Israelites though. You know, that was the spirit. So we're coming back to redeem ourselves though. You know, try to be the hopeful elect though. Can you get Psalms 6?
Psalms 16 and 9. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also rests in hope. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption.
Exactly. So if he leaves you in hell, which is the conditions of, so you won't see corruption though. If you're living the righteous life though, how about Shem Shai, you don't have to see hell like that, you know? You will be in hell. The conditions of you coming to the truth will be better though. Trust me, I used to catch a lot of hell before I came into the truth. Even in the beginning of the truth, I was still catching hell, but it built me up though. You know, this truth though, it builds you up though. Because if you're someone that's weak-minded, man, and don't, you know, you're gonna fall out real quick, man. There's a lot of changes that you have to do to come into the truth though. You know, your eating, the way, you know, you have to go based on what the commandments tell you to do so, you know, build up, though, read the Bible, get edified. It's a lot of things to do with coming into this truth, though, you know?
it's hard.
Yeah, it's not easy. This is the hardest job, man. But the only job, though, that's going to pay off.
The best job. Like Yahushua, when he cured all those people, he made them born that way so that he could cure them.
Yeah.
These people were living hell all their life. They couldn't use their legs, couldn't see. And then Yahushua just made them for the purpose of him healing them. Some of us are going to get those healing powers, man. We're going to have people in wheelchairs come up, blah, 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 and then we're going to touch them, and then they're going to get up, and then they're going to be like, I'm part of this camp now.
Yeah. See, that's how it works, though.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people want to actually see that to believe it. It doesn't work like that.
Hey, like the saying goes, you got to see to believe.
Yeah.
Well, how come you don't believe that this is hell?
Yeah, exactly.
You see it.
You see the conditions of our people.
But.
Yeah. And then I was telling this brother earlier, when you see videos of people, like when they die, you see the spirit, the ghost, the spirit
It goes straight up.
Yeah, it don't go down. I seen like 3 or 4 videos.
Yes, sir. I seen
and
it.
I seen one recently too.
The light.
Yeah. I seen recent one too about the helicopter that it started taking off. I don't know, you saw it?
And the cherry takes it. Oh no,
that was the spirit that went up.
Yeah.
Because the helicopter went up, and then you see something go up though. So that person lost the spirit. Spirit went up though. You know. So how is it? Oh, can you get
I told this brother too. How is it you're gonna burn a spirit? You know how you gonna burn? If you see a ghost, can you burn that ghost? You know, with a torch.
Yeah, where the Ghostbusters using torches.
Yeah.
Tiki torches.
We have to use a special type of see, you know?
Yeah.
Like ghost that plasma. Yeah. Dark matter, they can't even get that plasma. They only got a little bit of dark matter though, man. And remember, this is the second heaven, the space constellations, all that though, man. It's bigger than Earth though. So imagine they have this big ass machine, the Hadron Collider though, which is like 60 miles around, and they put money into it though, but they can only get just a little bit of dark matter though. And they got this big ass machine. It goes to show how powerful the Most High is though. It's like you guys pretty got a little piece of the second heaven. You think you Edomites gonna make it to the third one? Like, come on now. Can you get Ecclesiastes 12 and 7? Now his brother was saying it's true though, because how are you gonna burn a spirit though? You know? How are you gonna burn a spirit though? You know, you gotta know the difference between hell though. You know, like the hell, like I said. That's why I say catching hell.
Fire is a carnal thing, you know? It's here on earth. How in the hell is it gonna be burning in a spiritual world?
And I was before I got here. I mean, here right now to the camp. I was watching Spawn.
Oh, the movie Spawn.
So he went to hell, I guess. And then
well, he got sent to hell. No?
Yeah. You see how these freaking people's weak minds work?
Yeah.
Man, if they really made a movie about what hell really is, people would be a lot smarter.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say it'd be a documentary of everyone going through their stuff. Huh?
Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it.
Exactly. Though. Body goes to the ground, spirit goes up. Though. It didn't say it goes down. It don't say nothing like that. It said the spirit goes up. It didn't say, oh, certain spirits go up though. It says the spirit goes up. You know, it's not. It doesn't stop. It doesn't say certain. It says the spirit, and it does though. Our body's supposed to go back to the ground. You know, and that's it. Can you get Wisdom of Solomon 16, 12?
This is Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 12. For it was neither herbs nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which healeth all things. For thou hast power of life and death, and leadest up to the gates of hell, and bringest up again.
Exactly. You see? He puts us to the hell condition, though. You know, he puts us to our health condition, and then he lifts it up, though. You know, bringing the light shine to us, though, so we can see, though, so we don't have to be in the darkness anymore. Because at one point we were all in the darkness.
Yeah.
We're all in the darkness, though. You know, so coming to the truth, now we're walking in light, though, so we can see things, and being in the truth, we actually see things now. You know, spiritually wise, though. I was telling this brother earlier, I can't stand being around niggas. I can't. If it's 2 or 3 niggas, I can't be around them. Maybe I could tolerate one, but I can't be around niggas like that no more. You know, that's why I can't, you know me. Like I said, I see them again. It's like, man, they still acting like
same old
shit, man. It's 5 years ago, 10 years ago, same being niggas again. You know, and that's the thing, man. So you don't want to go back to that though, because like I said, no one likes being in hell, man. The conditions of it though, but the spirituality is, you know, no matter what, you die, caught a bullet or something though, your spirit, it's gonna go up though. You know, there's no place as hell. As brother was telling me earlier, there's gonna be a big containment of people that are doing wrong though. Imagine the so-called hell, all those souls and spirits though, it's gonna be coming off the top.
Because I was telling his brother, Issachar is a spirit, right? And Issachar, he went off at one point, right? So Issachar should be in hell burning, right? But Issachar's still here on the planet.
And just remember, all the people that died from the beginning of the existence to now, that's like fucking 4 or 5 planets full of people.
Yeah, true.
So they're all in hell.
Yeah, so the Most High is making new spirits, or what?
Every time someone's born, it's a new spirit. You know, reincarnation. Yeah, it's just the reincarnation.
Oh, that's another doozy. Reincarnation.
Oh yeah, our people don't believe reincarnation though. I mean, I did a lesson about that, so that's the thing, man. Reincarnation is in the Bible, but people don't believe that though. You know?
Just because we don't remember.
Yeah.
That's exactly why they don't believe it, because they don't remember.
Because you gotta see it. The dicks gotta see it and believe it though. You know?
Oh, but I watched the video where this kid, it was a short one. This kid told his dad, You know, I'm sad because I came on a big flower boat, and my wife died, and I had to raise 3 kids on my own. So he came on the Mayflower
Yeah.
from England, and his wife died on the boat, and then he had to raise those 3 kids by himself. I was like, damn, this little kid told him that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because the little kids are the ones that remember too.
Mhm.
I seen one too of a little Ishkar, little girl, talked about her grandma's grandma, like her grandma, like she was talking about her mom. It's like yeah, so she even knew her name and things like this. Her grandma's mom that she was talking about, and she said that was her name, and she would do this and that. And the grandma was out there like scared and crying though. Like how did she know?
Hey,
So hey,
there
it's the
you go.
same spirits, man. Different bodies though. Same spirits, but different bodies though. You know. So can you get Ezekiel 31, 16, 17? And can you get Acts 2, 27, 28? Like it says in Ecclesiastes, first chapter, nothing new under the sun. It's nothing new under the sun that hasn't happened on the earth.
Ezekiel 31 and 16. I made the nations to shake at the sound of his fall when I cast him down to hell with them that descend into the pit. And all the trees of Eden, the choice and best of the Lebanon, all that drink water shall be comforted in the nether parts of the earth.
See? So he cast nations to even, nations going through hell though. What happened to, what's it called, the Northern Kingdom though? The Assyrians came though. They besieged for like 3 years and they took it back to Assyria. They were going through hell. So
it tells you right there what hell is. It's the nether parts of the world. Nether means like underworld,
Beyond.
but talking meaning like the harsh, the harsh parts that you go through.
yeah, exactly. Going through trials and tribulations though. And that guy sounds like he's going through hell playing that music.
Because nether means low, the lowest parts. When you're at your lowest.
Hey, so that guy's pretty low because he's playing that Christian crap.
Yeah. You see, so he makes nations, go
He said
through
he's
hell.
going to give us water to drink in hell. Right here, it says, the choice,
17.
all that drink water shall be comforted in the nether parts of the earth.
But you see, these people are like, what? That's not true. Because if you watch the movie Constantine, and that dude goes to hell, he has a little thimble of water. Because there's no water in here, right? And then he fucking breaks it on him, and then he goes back to reality. These people love that instead of the truth.
And then I think that the angel, was it Raphael, was a girl, no? In
Yeah.
that Constantine?
Yeah. That was Gabriel, but
Yeah, but it was like a woman.
It was a
portrayed
woman.
her a woman. Oh, yeah.
like, but the real way you should see an angel is like the movie The Predator. You know that big giant one that comes to kill the other predator?
Oh, the bigger one.
Those are the archangels.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. And
They just come, yeah. Because there is a picture that they took a long time ago, and you could see like it was an angel, but it was like darker complexion, but it looked mean, like mean though,
That's why Satan, he always goes to the woman because
the weaker vessel.
the weaker vessel. That's why you always see it in the movies, in these haunted movies. It's always the woman that's evil. You know, always the woman that gets possessed.
That movie Misery, that woman.
Yeah. Oh, that's
She
right.
broke that guy's ankles, and then she told him the story. You know, the Indians were the first slaves, and they would try to run away, and this is how our people would control them. They put a big block of wood, tied it between their ankles, and just hit that fucking block of wood, and it would shatter both the ankles.
So these demons, they actually come from the woman's spirit.
Mm.
But the angels, they come from the men's spirit. You know, the angels.
Can you imagine if Jacob was a woman, and the angel went to go try to fight him or her? It wouldn't have happened like that. That wouldn't have happened.
We wouldn't be fighting, you know.
Man.
We'd be doing something else.
Yeah, that's what they would do.
Yeah, because even that movie, Haunted Mansion, the wife ended up getting possessed though, and he was trying to control her, and she was talking shit to him, and she was having sex with the ghost or some shit like that. So she got the demon got to her before he even trying to get to him, and he was trying to fight her off though.
Yeah.
You know.
And the way you know that the woman is a weaker vessel, she'll try to take control of the situation. She'll be like, "Oh, I'm taking everybody to this, so we can get vaccinated." And you're like, "Man, fuck that! Nobody's taking nowhere, nothing."
Yeah, that's what exactly what one of my aunts did with all her 3 kids. They took their ass to tell them to get that shit.
Yeah, damn.
And I was like, "Well, I didn't know about it till later." And I was like, "But
That's incredible.
you do."
How fear can manipulate you to do things
Yeah,
the wrong way.
The news too,
Oh shit.
throwing out percentage of people that passed away, but in reality, it's probably like 1/4 of those people that did pass away. But they throw out a ridiculous number out there where it's like, oh, scary numbers. They throw out scary numbers out there to get people scared.
Yeah.
Go take that shit line up though, you know.
But they can't say any number that's alarming. They can't say like millions or even billions because there's only
People
7
are gonna
billion people on the planet.
Yeah, because they're gonna start thinking. Well, dude, they don't want people to think.
Yeah.
You know.
And if you don't think, then you're easily controlled.
Yeah.
So the woman doesn't really think.
Yeah.
She likes to be told what to think. And the man thinks because you'll say something and then the man will be like, "What the fuck? That don't make no goddamn sense."
Yeah, got corrected though, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true though. Because I mean, going back to the garden, Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you get Acts 2?
This is Acts 2 and 27 and 28. Because thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. Thou hast made known to me the ways of life. Thou shalt make me full of joy with thy countenance.
Exactly. So he came from hell, like a spiritual hell, and came up and being happy though. How is that happy though? You know anyone that suppose he came from hell, you know, and came back to be happy though? Like, oh, he had like, you know, burn up clothes and shit. I just came from hell, man, and I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
You know anyone besides probably Spawn? Well, that's a movie.
Look how Spawn came back. He was all fucking chicharron.
Yeah, all burned and everything.
He was all burnt to a crisp.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
So like that's what I'm saying. Do you seen anyone come from hell? Like I just came back from hell. It was pretty hot in there, you know. But now I'm living. Now I'm good though.